Ninja Online, guys. Welcome back to RimWorld. It's been a while since I played this. I actually tried recording this yesterday, but I was using my new microphone. I got a new microphone for other things, but it just... I couldn't get it to work. I don't know what it is. If I have it down to the setting it recommends, it's just super quiet, and I can't fix that. And then if I have it up any higher, it just sounds really distorted and shit. So, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm actually gonna turn this down a little bit too. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But in any case, I'm just gonna use the regular microphone I always use because I don't see a problem with it. So, yeah, it's Alpha 16 now. I think the last time we played it was Alpha 15, if I'm not mistaken. They've added a shit ton since we last played. I'm also gonna be playing with mods too. I've been playing RimWorld a lot lately. Well, not lately. I mean, we did our infra playthrough, and that was really the only thing I was playing. But before that, when I was playing Half-Life 2, I was also playing RimWorld on the side. Just gonna run through all the mods I'm using real quick, and then we'll jump right into it. First thing I have is HugsLib, and that's just so that other mods work properly. Then I have Less Incident Trolling, which basically decreases time in which things can happen. So there's a minimum time where eclipses, solar flares, heat waves, and cold snaps can happen, and then it also reduces chances of single animal attacks, and yada yada yada. You can see it there. Humanoid alien races I have so that I can add some other races to the game. I'm not sure if that's the best thing. I think the races might, in all honesty, downgrade the performance a little bit. But I figured we'll play with some of it for now, and if it does seem to cause huge performance issues, then I'll take it out in the future. This one is the Rim Faction's core. It apparently adds several races. I can't remember what exactly. Synths is a it's just another faction pretty much. And then we have Insectoids, that's what they look like there. The Wraith Legion, the Dwarven clans, the Jaffa Cree. It also adds weapons too. It's not really a race more than it is just a clan and the weapons and stuff. Aziri. And then we also have the weapons that kind of go with that Aziri pack. I got Titanfall weapons, Halo weapons, the RT's weapon pack. Excuse me. Got Prepare Carefully. This basically lets us have a... we basically choose how we want to start. It's super helpful and super fun to have that, so we're going to be using that. More vanilla turrets. I got embrasures because embrasures are super useful. Fences and floors because I like having fences. Trading spot, it's useful. The RT fuse is decent enough. Fertile planet. It's probably my favorite one just because it overpopulates all the biomes with vegetation. So for example, if I'm going to be playing a tropical rainforest, which we probably will be doing, you'll see a shit ton of trees, more trees than you would ever see like without this mod, so it's great. And then more trade ships, although I've been having problems with the last couple, well, with the last one, the last major one I did, the trade ships weren't working anymore, so hopefully that doesn't happen to us, but we'll find out when we get started. So go ahead and click New Colony. Here I actually have a custom scenario made. I call it On the Run. The short description is, a group of 5 enhanced mercs seek refugee. We'll read the actual description once we start. Basically, our faction will be a new arrival, so we'll be dropping in. We start with 5 people. They'll be between 20 and 24, and like I said, they'll be dropped in. We start with lavish meals, medicine, and 5 assault rifles. We're actually going to change out the assault rifles. They're more so just a placeholder, but... Now, I thought about this for a while, which one I wanted to choose. I think we're going to go for Randy Random. Just so that it's... anything can literally happen. I want to gonna go put it on some challenge. I contemplate some challenge or rough, but I think we're going to start for some challenge, and if it seems too easy, we'll bump it up to rough. Then I also want to throw on permadeath mode. So we're going to put globe coverage to 100%. I'll explain that in a second. Overall rainfall, we're going to leave normal. Overall temperature, we're going to leave normal. And then I'm going to randomize the seed. There we go. Now it's going to generate the world, and the world map is the world map is way more intense than it was before, and you guys will see that in a minute. But yeah, for Alpha 16, they added this world map, which is just huge. Scenarios, which I didn't know how I felt at it at the beginning, but if you create your own scenario, it can be bearable. Just because I don't like the scenarios they have custom made. There's a bunch of things. I mean, I literally can't name everything, but those are like two of the major things that changed. And then also I'm playing with mods just because it's funner. And it makes the game last longer in a sense, because I think this game is super... I don't know, with my luck, it's kind of shitty without certain mods. Especially now that I've played with those mods on, so... Here we go. So, the first big difference you're going to see is this isn't the normal world map that we're used to. This is actually, quite different, to say the least. So basically we have this planet. It can be completely randomized depending on the seed, so it won't always look like this. You have your different types of biomes. So we got desert. I think that's extreme desert. No, arid shrubland. There's extreme desert somewhere. There it is, extreme desert. You got temperate forests. You got where are they here? Boreal forests. You got tropical rainforests. You got ice sheets. And then tundra. No, that's sea ice. Well, there's a tundra one too. I just can't remember. Here it is right here, tundra. We're going to be doing a tropical rainforest. That's probably my favorite climate to settle in. I don't really like the heat waves, but they're bearable. And then I just got to find a ideal spot. So all these things you see here are actually factions. Most of them are from the mods. So that's the insectoids. These are the dwarfs, if I remember correctly. Can't remember what those one are. Regular ones. That's the wraith. The Aziri. Bunch of different ones there. In here wouldn't be too bad. Now the thing is, this is impassable. You can actually move around the whole map now too, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't think I want to settle in here. I was thinking about that, but if anything, I'd want to settle over here somewhere. What is that? The blue donkey guada? You can settle near them somewhere. Maybe even by this clan. The Loch Bullion. Thinking right here. It's a low average temperature though. But that's not too bad though. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for there. We're going to leave it at the medium one just so that performance hopefully stays as optimal as possible. And starting season's going to be auto as well. So, I actually have everything that I want set up. I've tested this out and all that. We're going to go ahead and load the preset on the run. Now here we go. I got our 5 characters. They're our friends that we've seen on this channel for a while now. Going to run through the characters, the backstories, the traits, the skills. Everyone's incapable of nothing, so that will really help us at the start. We all have the same, I want to say health conditions for lack of a better word. So we all have all these bionics you see on my character Ninja here. And then we also have a pain stopper on everyone. There's no relationships amongst the 5 of them. They're all just friends. And yeah. So the first one here is Garrett, Ninja, Arthering. We were a militant child. Ninja's military family forced him to train in hand-to-hand combat and fighting tactics. In his own time, he built small inventions. This sharpened his mind. And then as an adult, we became a mercenary leader. Alone, Ninja set out to rebuild his father's life's work. He challenged the leader of a small band of mercenaries and took control. then led the band as they hijacked trade ships and stole valuable cargo. His men mutinied. He was abandoned, arrested, and sentenced to death. Of course, we escaped that, though. So we're a careful shooter. Ninja's a pretty good shot, but he needs more time to focus on his target. We're a fast walker, so Ninja likes to be where he's going. He walks quicker than most people, and we're also a hard worker. Ninja is a natural hard worker, and will finish tasks faster than most. We have max skills here. We have a burning passion for growing and crafting, and then we're interested in research. So that's Ninja there. Next we have Odeli. I'm gonna say Odeli. Odeli? Probably. Odile? Yeah, Odile. Odile Deathbright. He's a militant child, so it's the same thing as Ninja was, but he's a mercenary as an adult. So Death spent his teenage years as a mercenary, being hired to kill and maim others. He was tall, menacing, and frightening. He could instill fear into the heart of any man who crossed him and kill anyone he wanted. The backstory is the same for everyone, except for Ninja, who is a mercenary leader instead of mercenary. So for Death's traits, he's a careful shooter, hard worker, and he's iron-willed. Death's will is an iron shield. He keeps going through thick and thin when others broke down long before. So his meant to break threshold is 18% lower than most, I guess is the correct way to say it. Basically, he can withstand more. He has a burning passion for art, and then he's interested in animals, medicine, and research. Next, we got Peter Zink Ellis, militant child, mercenary. He's a careful shooter. He's chemical interests. Zinc was an unusual interest in chemical sources of enjoyment. He will consume more of them, and will sometimes go on social drug binges. He will ignore directives to not use pleasurable drugs. And he's also a fast walker. He's interested in medicine, art, and research. Doesn't really have a burning passion. Next, we got Hector Stapper McCoy. Same old backstory. He's a careful shooter, hard worker, and industrious. So Stapper has an easy time staying on task and focused, and gets things done much faster than the average person. Burning passion for medicine, and he's interested in shooting, melee, and cooking. We're not going to be doing any melee whatsoever, but it's nice that, you know, to have some characters interested, I guess. Last but certainly not least, we have how would you pronounce that? Fuck. Javier? I'm gonna get it. I have no idea. I think it's Javer? Ozzy Butler. Anyways, same old thing. Militant child mercenary. He's a careful shooter, hard worker, and industrious. And he has a burning passion for mining. He's interested in animals and construction growing. So that's going to be our 5 mercenaries to start with. We only got one more thing before we can jump into it, and that's to decide what we want to take with us. Now, we're going to be starting with the 45 lavish meals and the 45 medicine, hands down. We're going to get rid of those assault rifles because I actually want to take the DMRs, the UNSC DMRs. It's not the best gun I have out of everything here, which is, it goes on and on. But it's, I would say, a pretty decent gun. So that's definitely what I want to start with. And that's it. I don't really have the need to start with anything else. So, however, I'm going to cut the video here because I remember the last time I recorded, whenever I hit start, it would crash the game and stop the recording, and I'd have to do everything over again. So just for safety reasons, I'm just going to cut the video here. Alright, on the run and out of options, 5 mercs have to abandon ship and drop pod down to this RimWorld. Hoping to get away from their problems, they find a nice place to drop in and settle camp for the time being. What will time hold for them? Will they live out the rest of their days here, or will they build a new ship and launch off of this unknown planet? And so begins our journey. There's the 5 of us there. First thing I want to do is unforbid everything we come with, of course. Am I missing a gun? Did I only take 4 guns? Shit. Did I really only take 4 guns? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. Fuck. As if I did that. Alright. Well, that's definitely not how I planned to start, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. First thing I want to do, I'm gonna leave it on auto priorities for the time being. We're gonna have the restrictions very loose, so that basically they can do anything whenever they want. We're gonna make them fight in battle, except for Ozzy. Unfortunately, Ozzy, I didn't start you with a gun. I am sorry, but we'll get you a gun. Don't you worry. So now let's take a quick look at this map. It's not bad. Basically, I want to build into this mountain. So I think that's what we're going to be aiming for here. How do I want to do this? Do I want to flat out? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and... do I want a 3 wide or 2 wide? I think I want a 3 wide. This is gonna be the first hallway in. How do I want to lay this out? I think we'll start with that. Go ahead and start with that. So everyone will pick up their weapon, and then they'll run over there. I'm gonna have to take Ozzy off of hunting for the time being because he does not have a weapon. Now normally, with these games, I like to play in like the fastest speed. I'm gonna try to refrain from doing that. I'm only gonna speed up time when nothing's happening, just so we can enjoy the moment, I guess. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is get a place where I can plop down some beds and bring in the materials we started with. So the medicine and the what else? The medicine and the food. I don't know what I'll turn this into after the fact, but I'll figure something. Maybe it can be our whatchamacallums. Can be a workshop room, probably. So while they're working away at that, what's Stapper doing? Stapper's just wandering. He feels no need to start cutting down trees. Where's the other guy? And just doing the same thing, just wandering around. I think they're waiting for the mining to open up so that they can start mining. First thing I want to do, get some doors down. I'm actually happy that this is a lower average temperature. I'll be nicer. So how long do we have on these food? 3 days before they spoil. And they're also deteriorating due to being outside. That way they'll drag the goodies inside. For the time being, anyways. Nothing's going to be coming from that way. I think what I would love to do, wall this off, have this as like a checkpoint. Maybe wall this off and have this as like the main entranceway. Let's go ahead and get some furniture ready. All of that happening. Let me get some plans down. Something like that. So that basically will be all wall right there. Create a checkpoint here. The door like right there. That would be the embrasures. Marsh. It's not going to work out so well because there's marsh there. Meaning I have to rethink that. I can move it up, but it's going to be funky. The only other thing I could do is have it like that. Still leave that open. And then have a line of sandbags. And then some shallow water moat. That basically just slows down people advancing on it. Oh yeah. And then here, probably about right here. Wall that up. So basically they'd have to come in through here as the main entranceway, and then I have like a safety gate back here. As long as they bring that inside, I'll be happy. So we got beds set down. Next major thing I probably want to do is get the food under control right away. I really want to be waiting on that. Just need a good plot of land. Preferably not super far away. It's fucking marsh all over the place. Also, obviously, trying to avoid going close to this because I'm taking that into consideration. Name that the race fields. Actually, I should leave that up because we're putting our first fences down. I don't know why I stopped time there. It's kind of irrelevant. While they're working on that, kind of want to get the whole food thing underway. Definitely doesn't need to be 12. Eight by 8's probably better. I mean, I could do it 12 and just not do it as big. do it like that, I guess. Get all that set up right on. That sucks because basically what's going on here, I could get off things. This is marshy soil, so it doesn't grow as fast as normal soil. So the crops are actually going to grow slower here. I can fix that in the future, but right now it's going to suck. Wish I'd fix that, but it's alright because we have a pretty big field set up. Let's go ahead and get them to do that. This is going to be the dining area. This is going to be the freezer. It's going to be the kitchen and then a hallway leading over to the kitchen. I actually fucked up again. The reason I say that is because I have so much, well, I have like 2 layers of walls here that I don't need, so. That should keep our guys busy for a while. We got right now 35 still, so we're good. Ninja's letting everyone else do the work right now, as the leader tends to do. Kind of just want to square this up. Something like that. What else do we got going on right now? Whole bunch of wood left sitting out. I probably should fix. Four by 4. Let's make this one for these raw resources though. Normal. I'm gonna make this basically into my power room when the time comes. Okay, they are putting up fences, cool. Or fences, duh. They are putting on roofs, cool.